Hi, this is Nikki. I wanted to show you my latest junk journal. This is the one I've made to keep pen pal letters and postcards in. So I've made it quite big. I think it's about 10 by 10. And I've used my cinch to bind it. On the cover I've got a lot of vintage things and some new things that are made to look vintagey. These old Scrabble tiles came from Thrifty Lou, and in Scrabble you only get one K, so she sent me that to represent another K. So I've used that. It's a piece of the craft paper. I think that was from American Crafts. I've got some genuine old stamps here, an English one and an American one. Lots of my pen pals are in America or Canada. One of those old coins from Hong Kong, some old tickets. That's an American mailbox that was like in an ephemera set I had, so I thought I'd use that for obvious reasons. My wooden bird, antique looking flower, with a vintage button in the middle. This here was the box of old selected pen nibs that I really liked, and so that's the front of it and this is the back of it. So I used that because obviously nibs and things. This was a piece of an old Monopoly set, and this too with the old man. I think it was from the 50s. I mean, now it has a different character representing it, so I kept that, and part of a game, the English Monopoly, clock face, some bits and pieces, tickets. This pair of glasses here, Charm, was from Laurie, just a girl from the Bay, so I used that. This is a wooden piece I had in a craft set with friendship on, piece of a picture of a camera, some of those old promissory notes, an old ticket. So I think it looks quite nice actually. On the back I've used some bits that from an ephemera set, an old bingo card, not an old one, sorry, from a craft set, some bits and pieces, some old stamps, a picture of a key, that's off a real envelope, an old set from a game, so just some nice bits and pieces. Inside I used a Monopoly board, and what I did was I cut it in half down the actual fold, and then on the a bit with no fold in it, I measured it and then cut it down there, and I just like the feel of it. It's really old, and it's I've left this bit open. This is where like the fabric bit was, where it folded. I just thought it'd be different. I really liked it, so that's what I used. Here I've got an old book page I used. I think it was from Alice Through the Looking Glass, and I stamped an image of a dog, which I painted with some watercolours. Cards. This is some old music paper which I folded to make a flap here so I could put postcards and things in. Just made a tab here. There's an old stamp, another piece from the Monopoly game, so I put that in, Oxford Street, page from a journal, an index card, some coffee dyed paper, an envelope from abroad, and I like the stamps, and I kept the envelope whole so I can tuck things in it. This was a page from an article about remembering the First World War, and I just like the pictures, the poppy and the stately home in the background, so I used that. Some old lined paper, and I used some washi tape to make myself a tab. This was a map I got from a lady I was teamed up with in the postcard swap on Junk Journal Junkies. She sent me this little map to show me where she lived, so I kept that. This is some names and addresses of my pen pals, so I won't show you those. There's a card I got from a friend, and so I cut it up and then made a little pocket on the back and a tag here, so I can do some journaling. This was an envelope that came from one of my pen pals, and she put some stamps on it, and she used this beautiful washi tape, and it was just too nice to get rid of, so I incorporated that in there. And again, it's got addresses on, so I won't show you the front of it. This was part of a journaling set, I think, that I got, and I just like that, so I put that in. Another page from an old journal. This was a leaflet I was given about having massages when I was in Hong Kong, and I just saved that because I liked all the writing on it. Stationery from the hotel. This was a pocket from a journal, and I've just decorated it with some images from a magazine. Page from an old children's book, just like the pictures. This was an envelope from a birthday card, and it's just, you know, it's just all pearlised and nice and thick, and I didn't want to throw it away, so I just put that on there to cover the address. Another journaling page is a tag there. I think that's a 7 Gypsies tag. Some more of their Monopoly money. This was a picture from a magazine that I liked, and on the back I just collaged a few bits and pieces that I liked. Oh no, from one of the bottom of the cards from Monopoly, I think it was for one of the train stations, I cut that bit and used that as the tab on the edge of the page, because that was nice. Some writing paper, a bit from a book about Leonardo da Vinci, so some of his sketches there. This was an envelope, just a brown envelope we had with, I think it might have been from the tax office, and so I just decorated it with some pictures from an old calendar, and then left it open to tuck things in. That's from one of those American craft pages, and on the back I've used some Monopoly money there to make a little pocket, and I've put a little tag in it. There's one of the community chest cards. This one says advance to go. Just some diary pages there. This one says thoughts on it. This was from Tina Henneman, who's in Finland, and she sent me I think it was 1950 something magazine here, fashion magazine. So I just saved some of the images that I really like. This lady, you know, very dramatic, and obviously all the writings in Finnish. This was from an old ledger, which I think was from the 60s. Beautiful handwriting there, so I've put that in. The bottom of this page here had a fancy bit on that I had to cut off because it was too big for my journal. So what I did was the fancy bit there I just used to decorate a piece of paper. I just thought it was nice, makes it a little bit different. This is some of the washi tape I bought on holiday, and I've made a big pocket here again for postcards or anything else my pen pal send me. This was from a calendar I got, I think it was cats, or it was to do with the British Museum anyway. And so I used that. Just some plain paper. This was from a different journal. This is a French flashcard, and I used that because, you know, that's the one where we use, it's Avion, isn't it, where we use the for airmail. just some black paper, some writing paper. It's got some flowers on. Another one of those cards, another pocket, which I've decorated this one with some old music paper. It's just an old postcard, or a picture of an old postcard on a postcard, which I quite liked. So put that in. A bridge scoring pad from a book about English stamps, or British stamps I think it was. Some paper. This is a book page. I think that again was from the one about Leonardo da Vinci. Some more coffee stained paper. Another one of those French flashcards with the little birds in the nest. Postcard, you know, where you have to draw the rest in yourself. This was from Laurie, just a girl from the Bay. Beautiful page she sent me, which I really like. This was an image from a Cavallini calendar I had one year, and I just loved it. I couldn't throw the pictures away, so I turned them into envelopes. And what I did was, this was the sunflower one, and it was just too beautiful to chop up. So what I did was I cut round the flower to make the flap of the, cut round the leaf to make the flap of the envelope, just so it looks a little bit different, but so pretty. A copy of a telegram, some writing paper. That's one of those copies of a card, you know, when you have an eye test. Another ledger page. This was actually from one of my pen pals, so I put that in. And just bear with me because I think I'm going flat, which isn't what you want, is it? Just hang on. Okay, I'm back. Whew. This is from a gardening journal, that little bit there, and a beautiful postcard that I really like. This was from some old papers I bought, and this was like a old receipt in it there for some work done in Edinburgh, so I kept that. It's got some doodling on the back. Another journal page, a crossword that I just liked the image on it, so I cut that out. This was from a book about Hampshire. I've shown you bits from that before, but this is actually a stately home is about a mile from where I live, and this is the plan of the downstairs of the stately home, and in part of it, I think Henry VIII came to stop once on one of his hunting trips around here, and so it's, you know, that's its claim to fame really. We got another postcard that I like, just a nice piece of card, one of those joke old masters that we've had before, and this one is American Gothic, and then on the back there's one there from Manet. Different ledger paper. This was an old birthday card, and I just saved the front. I was going to put a picture there eventually, or something in there. Was some old envelopes I'd bought. I don't know if you can see. July 1965 that was posted, and there's a picture of our Queen there, what she looked like in the 60s, and so I used that, and again took things in it, so the envelope was pretty sturdy. This was an advert for a hotel in America, and I'm pretty sure Larry sent me that too. This was an old notebook my dad gave me, and it got this design in it that used to be quite common when I was younger, so I used that because I quite like that, and thick paper. From a baby journal, another page from a book, and I think that again came from Laurie. This was a map, an old map my dad gave me, and this is the top of England, the west. No, sorry, it'd be the east coast. It's up in there's Scarborough. Further up is Whitby, that part of our country. And on the other side, there's, I think that might be part of Scotland there. So just an old piece of ledger paper again. This was another page from their Finnish magazine from Finland. And again, I've turned it up there to make a pocket. Here's an old postcard advertising Rolls-Royce. Obviously, that's an image from the 20s, so that's quite sweet. Another journal page, a page here, and I've stuck some of those post-it notes on. That's days of the week on there. And this is another one of those internal envelopes, and I've had to turn the bottom up a little bit to get the envelope in. So I was leaving that because one of my pen pals has sent me some leaflets from the town she lives in, from an old house, and like a tourist information type thing. So I was going to put that in there. And this was a washi tape I had from the washi tape swap I did on Facebook. And there's the back of my Monopoly board. I just thought it was something different, and I've got no other board to use as the cover of my junk journal, so I thought I would try doing something different, and I quite enjoyed that. I enjoyed putting it together, and I enjoyed cutting up my Monopoly game. So I hope you enjoyed that, and please feel free to ask any questions. Thank you.